AITA for refusing to take my stepson on his rite of passage hunting trip. I am 42M, married to Sarah, 40F, for the last 10 years. Sarah has a son from her first marriage, Michael, 17, who lives with us half the time. Michael's dad, Mark, is a big outdoorsman, hunter, and fisherman. He took Michael on his first hunting trip at age 12, which Michael considers his rite of passage. Michael has been talking about taking me on a hunting trip since he got his hunting license last year, but I've always made excuses. Last night, Michael confronted me about it. He said I was intentionally avoiding this tradition that means so much to him and his dad. He called me a city boy who was ashamed of him. He even suggested I was trying to create distance between us because I don't like him. Sarah said she's noticed how tense our interactions have been and thinks this could be a bonding opportunity. Here's the thing. I've never hunted in my life and I don't want to. It's not my thing, and frankly, I think it's barbaric. More importantly, I don't trust Michael. He has a habit of being reckless, and his dad lets him get away with everything. Last year, Michael was caught driving without a license, and his dad paid off the ticket. I confronted Michael about it, and he told me to mind my own business because he wasn't my real son. Sarah and I tried to set boundaries with Michael, but she always backs down because she doesn't want to alienate him or push him toward his dad. The final straw was when I found out Michael has been sneaking out to drink with his dad's friends. I wanted to ground him, but Sarah said I was being too harsh. She said he's just exploring his identity and that his dad doesn't think it's a big deal. Now, Sarah is saying that if I don't go on this hunting trip with Michael, I'm not only hurting him, but also our marriage. She says I'm holding a grudge against Michael because he's not my own flesh and blood. She suggested we could just go for a day and that I don't have to actually shoot anything. I'm thinking about just saying no. I don't owe this kid anything, and I'm not going to risk my life or break the law just to make him happy. AITA. Folks, welcome to Presidential Judgments, the only podcast where real presidents give you real opinions. None of that fake news stuff. I'm your host, Donald J. Trump, the best president God ever created. And look who we've got here: Obama, Sleepy Joe Biden, and me. Let's settle this hunting mess, folks. This guy's a total disaster.
Man, Donald, you really know how to welcome people. Hey everyone, Barack Obama here. And Joe's here too. Just don't ask him to recite the Pledge of Allegiance.
Come on, Barack, you're one to talk. At least I can finish a sentence without tweeting about myself. But hey, let's talk about this stepdad situation. Sound like he's got a real tough call.
Oh, come on, Biden. You couldn't even finish his sentence during the debates. But yeah, this guy's in big trouble. He's refusing to take his stepson hunting. That's weak. I took my kids hunting all the time. Best bonding ever. This guy's scared. Probably a libtard who hates guns.
Donald, you can't just label everyone a libtard. But I do see his point. Hunting isn't for everyone. And let's be real, this kid sounds like a hot mess. Driving without a license? Sneaking out to drink? That's not a rite of passage. That's just bad parenting.
Look, I get where he's coming from. You don't trust the kid? Don't trust his dad? That's a red flag. But Sarah's right. This could be a chance to bond. Maybe he doesn't have to shoot anything. Just be there for the kid.
Sleep Joe, you're missing the point. This kid's a loser. His dad's a loser for letting him get away with everything. And this stepdad's a bigger loser for not standing up to him. You got to be tough, folks. If I were him, I'd take the kid hunting, teach him discipline, and maybe even let him clean my shoes afterward.
Wow, Donald, that's actually not terrible advice. But in all seriousness, this isn't about discipline, it's about trust. If the kid's reckless and the wife's enabling it, that's a problem. But refusing to engage at all, that's just giving up.
Yeah, I think he's NTA, not the asshole for not wanting to do something he's uncomfortable with. But he's also missing an opportunity. Maybe compromise, go for the day, keep the kids safe, and call it a win.
NTA? Are you kidding me, Biden? This guy's weak. He's letting some 17-year-old dictate his life. You want to be a man? You take that kid hunting. You show him who's boss.
Donald, you're really stuck on the hunting thing. But I'll say this. If he's honest with the kid and the wife, he's not the asshole. But if he's just avoiding the issue because he's lazy, then yeah, maybe he's TA.
I think it's a little of both. He's not wrong for having concerns, but he's not helping by shutting it down completely. Maybe say, "Hey, Michael, I'm not into hunting, but I'll go camping with you. Let's find something we both enjoy."
Camping? Biden, you rather go camping than hunt? Pathetic. But fine, I'll give you this. If the kid's a disaster, maybe he's right to be cautious. But still, he's losing. Weak, weak, weak.
Okay, well, I think we've covered all angles. Final verdict?
I'm going with NTA, but with an asterisk. He's got valid concerns, but if he doesn't even try to connect, that's on him too.
Total TA. Weak leader, weak stepdad. Sad.
I'm going to go with NTA, but he better figure out a better way to handle this kid. Because right now, it's a mess.
All right, folks, that's our time. Tune in next week when we judge whether it's okay to steal your neighbor's Wi-Fi. Sleepy Joe out.
And Barack Obama, signing off. Try not to miss me too much.
And I'm Donald J. Trump. Nobody's ever judged better than me. See you next time, maybe.